Okay, hi guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I typically do reaction videos, funny ones, usually Brandon Rogers. I am wearing my headphones today for better sound quality. My last video was pretty I don't know why it sounded so echoey, so I do apologize for that. But if you're new to my channel, again, welcome. I do a bunch of different types of videos, and I've covered mental health. And again, if you guys already watched my videos, or if you've seen some of my mental health videos, thank you guys for watching my videos and subscribing. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to see all of my new content. I'm going to be uploading 3 to 4 times a week. This week is a little crazy because I start back with my classes tomorrow. My daughter's classes are still online at the moment, which I'm assuming they're going to stay that way. But again, just want to do a quick intro. I have my X-Men shirt on again. My favorite. Anyway, so this video is going to be on my miscarriage. It was in 2018. I had lost children before this. I did want to just say that as a disclaimer. And it was as painful, obviously. This one, and that's why Audrey is such a miracle and a blessing that I cannot be thankful enough for every day. But the thing is, like, this one was different because I was far enough along that I had a name made. You know, I knew the gender. Everything was already known. It was very odd because it just went from, like, being pregnant to one day I woke up and really felt like I wasn't pregnant even before I had the symptoms. So I went to the doctors. They gave me a clean bill of health. And then next thing, before you know, 2 weeks later, I had a lot of pain again, went into the ultrasound again, and then they found there was no heartbeat that time. So I kind of want to talk about that a little bit and then also get into how I got through it and how I still get through it now. I know it's like the holidays just happened. I'm not trying to make a depressing video. I do want to say though, and anybody that knows me, all my close friends know me enough to know that I wanted to make a video about this since it happened, for the simple fact that when I go through things like in life that are just unexpected and kind of crazy, especially if you don't really know how to talk about it or where to go, I look on YouTube. And I remember I was searching and searching for like any parents that had lost their child through miscarriage and how they got through it. And I didn't really see many videos, so I decided myself I want to make one of those videos when I got myself together enough to do so. It's tough to talk about, but it is very common, and I kind of have to keep that in mind when I think about it, or else, I mean, the pain kind of never ends at that point. But stick around. I'm going to tell you guys what happened, why it was so different, and also how I get through it every day. And also just remember, if you ever go through something like that, you are not alone and things will get better. Time does help heal. But since Cash wants to play so much, say hello, subscribers. Say hello. But I start back with my classes this week. Audrey's in online school, so yeah, it's a little bit crazy this week. But I'm still going to be uploading probably 4 videos this week. Can you say hi? Say, I'm trouble. I'm trouble. He's almost 9 months old, guys. Alright, give me 1 second to get him occupied, and then I'll get into this video. Okay, guys, so let me take you back to 2018, November to be specific. I had found out I was pregnant months prior, and I was kind of nervous, I guess. I think anybody is, even if you're married and you're planning it. It's a big thing, especially I had Audrey. I was, you know, I didn't know how she'd take having another, like a little brother, but I was excited to see how things would go. And I loved my son so much before I even got to meet him. So speaking of children, there's Audrey right now coming down. Let me see what she needs really quick. I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. So we actually did a 3 marker challenge a little bit ago that she wants me to upload today too on the kids part of my channel. This was the picture I drew with the 3 markers I had. But that'll be uploaded today as well. I am going to put it as recommended for kids though. So November 2018, I had been... Cash, come here. Sorry. Okay, sorry again, guys. My dogs are going nuts, jumping off the couch and being crazy. But anyway, I was really excited, though, at the end of the day. Basically, I'm not going to get into of too much personal detail that's not my own to share. But the father was involved, was going to the doctor's appointments, so they were very involved with everything. We're still friends now, but it did take a toll, I think, on both of us. Very bad. So anyway, Audrey was super excited to have a brother, and I was ecstatic because as I said, I've had issues with pregnancy before, but we thought we were at the point of the pregnancy that, you know what I mean, like the possibilities of like complications were so minimal that I thought it was just smooth sailing. I also want to say though too that it was weird because I don't know, everybody warned me, you know what I mean, like don't tell everybody, and I was very careful not to put on social media just in case something did happen. Obviously at that point I didn't think that was going to happen, but in case it did, I was like not posting about it. I was very, like, my friends knew and my family knew, but and like his family knew and stuff, but we, again, in case something happened, we want to be careful, which I'm thankful we did, because it was already hard enough, and I appreciated everybody so much. But after leaving the doctors that day where they told me they couldn't find a heartbeat, and everybody that cared about me obviously was checking in, like, hey, he's okay, because everybody had tried to give me good words of advice beforehand. So if you ever went through this, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to relate to what I'm going to say. Everybody, of course, was checking in to make sure everything was okay, and it hurt so bad to have to say, like, he's dead, you know, and it sounds harsh, but the thing is that that's what it was, and I was already so heartbroken leaving that appointment, knowing I'd have to come home, not only tell my daughter, but also the father of that baby, that I couldn't really wrap my head around, keep telling people. So I actually ended up copying and pasting that to anybody that asked me, because I was just like, sorry guys, my face is so dry and I keep itching on it. But I was just so upset that I didn't want to talk about it. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't believe them at first, but remember how I said that I had the feeling before this happened? I knew something was wrong. It sucked. And I didn't, like, the thing is, I was eating healthy, everything was healthy. But losing children before, I was already concerned. And we thought we were in the clear. So it was hard for me to answer people that, and I'm not going to lie. I'm going to insert a picture here that is me pregnant with Peter, and Audrey knows, obviously, as you'll be able to see in that picture. And I'm going to put that picture in the thumbnail as well, because it was probably one of the happiest times of my life. Because I was just a mom, you know what I mean? I was working, it was pre-COVID, obviously, it's 2 years ago, 3 years ago, oh my gosh. But, you know, everything was good, and I was happy with my kids, and I was happy to see my second child be born. So the thing is, though, it's weird how fast that can happen. And I remember them telling me when they told me they didn't see the heartbeat, and your soul is just crushed. And obviously I had the tears coming, and the nurses were even just like, I'm sorry. And I kind of was just like, so what does this mean? Because I was just such a mess. I didn't know how to handle it. And I kind of wanted to be alone for a minute, but I have nurses in my face and my mom standing with me. And because I had actually, Hugh was at home with Audrey watching her, because I was so scared that it would be bad news. I get very upset. As I said, I have PTSD. I have a bunch of things, so I knew. And my mom is the one person that can calm me down, so she was with me, thank God. But, I mean, they kept telling me it was a miscarriage, and I'm like, what is that? First of all, I do want to say that I know 1 in 4 pregnancies end in miscarriage or stillbirth, or there's horrible things. And I watch The Office a lot. I know this might seem inappropriate, but at one point in one of the Halloween episodes, Gabe Lewis, that one from Saber, he even says how maternity wards are like beautiful and scary at the same time, because there's like birth, but you always, even when I had Audrey and she was a healthy baby and we were walking our laps, you do see the mothers in there as well, though, that don't have a baby with them. Sorry, guys. It's very hard when you have your kid and a healthy baby, then to think like, I'm one of them, like this happened, and it's normal, but it's not easy. For me though, I have found that the more I don't forget about him, and I'm not going to ever. I have a tattoo right here. That's my Peter. Also I have Peter Parker right under it for him. And it's funny because Audrey wanted me to get it there because that's me and Audrey's tattoo right there. She wanted it the same spot as hers. I remember him. There's not much to remember. I don't want to get into gory detail on what happened during the actual part of me losing. Actually, you know what? Why not? I'm not going to get gory with it, but I will tell you guys. So I didn't actually lose him, though, until after all of this. So I had to go home that day with them telling me, like, your son, there's no heartbeat. And I remember being, like, furious, but I'm like, so he's inside of me dead. Like, what's next? And they were like, well, you'll have to come back in, like, 2 days, and we'll do the vaginal ultrasound. I was just like, let me just say this, I did not sleep those 2 days. I didn't eat. I didn't think. I was in shock. I went back for the vaginal ultrasound. One of my good friends, Leah, was with me, and she was pregnant with her daughter at this time. Just to let you guys know. We went for the vaginal ultrasound. They again confirmed that he was deceased. I'm not joking. I went out in the waiting room, and I was sitting waiting I forget what we were waiting for, but Leah's with me right next to me, and I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom. I had a weird pressure. Going to the public waiting room bathroom in the hospital, I dropped everything. The placenta came out. Everything. I saw him, and I tried to touch him, and it was the worst. I mean, the sad part is you don't get to have like a plaque or a stone. Well, you can, but I feel like a lot of people don't. I'm sorry, but anybody that meets me now will never know about my son, and that's probably the hardest part. And I think that's why I struggle so bad with the idea of having the miscarriage. It's like I remember, and yes, my family remembers, but nobody else will. And again, though, I know this is so common. That's why I actually finally got the nerve to post this and get through it talking. I will say, though, I'm looking here. I typed in miscarriage. So in case you guys have not heard the term before, it actually comes up right away with the spontaneous loss of a woman's pregnancy before the 20th week that can be both physically and emotionally painful. The most common type of pregnancy loss. Miscarriages often occur because the fetus is not developing normally. Now that I will say, I mean, it makes me wonder, and they did notice on some of the ultrasounds things off and on before that. And I had kind of like, I just kept telling me, because they told me like, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. And I was like, you're being crazy, Serena, you're bringing up past like bad experiences with this stuff. It'll be fine. Like, you have Audrey, you can do this, it'll be fine. And I kept thinking that, but I should have like I don't even know if I should have, but the thing is, I lost everything in the bathroom, and I had to, like, without pants on, make it over. I'm like literally in so much pain. I know labor is painful anyway, but I mean, it felt like, I don't know, it didn't feel even like when I had Audrey. And maybe that's just in my head because when I had Audrey, I got to hold a beautiful baby at the end. Maybe that's why. But this felt different. It felt horrible. I could see him. I couldn't do anything. Not one thing. You can't do anything. But the thing is, you can remember them, and you don't have to remember that horribleness. Now, I will say, the thing is, life will move on, and you know what? Maybe not everybody will know about them, but the most beautiful part about it is you will always know about them. And if you didn't, you know what? If you're a couple that maybe this was your first time having a kid and this happened, there's always a chance you can have more babies. I mean, there's always a chance. There's always some type of silver lining. Again, it's so common. But I have to wrap this video because I'm going to start ugly crying and I can feel it in my face. To any woman who has felt her child and felt a heart, I don't even want to say felt, seen a heartbeat and it's gone. I love you. I sympathize with you, but you are tougher than you know. And any father that had to lose a kid they never met, my heart goes out to you as well. And you guys, things will always get better with time. Um, Even when it feels like it can't get any better at all, it will. But I hope you guys enjoy. I don't even say enjoyed this video. I hope you guys, I'm assuming anybody that clicks on this video has either been inflicted by this or somebody they loved has. So I hope this video gave you some type of comfort. And I will be back to more happier videos very soon. Alright guys, see you.